Hello everyone, I'm going to talk to you about British values. It is really important that we understand the British values before we start learning, so that our classroom is safe, so that we feel happy in class, so that we can understand each other, and so that we can make friends. So I'm going to explain what the British values are, why they are important, and how we can use the British values in our classroom. So firstly, it is important that we understand what a value is. So what do you think? What is a value? Pause this video now while you think about it and talk about it. So a value is something that is very important to you. But be careful with this. Maybe your car is very important for you so that you can drive to class. Or maybe your phone is very important to you so that you can talk to your family. But these are not values. These are items or belongings. You cannot buy a value. So here are my personal values. So I think it is really important that people have kindness, that they respect each other, that they are honest, they are positive, and they are trustworthy. But everybody's values are different. What do you think? Are these values the same as yours? If you have children, what values do you try to teach them? Pause this video now and talk about your values together. Now think about your community and where you live. So our communities also have values. We can see these in the way that our neighbours, friends and family behave. So think about your community and what are the values in your community? Are your neighbours respectful and kind? Do you have freedom in your community? Are there rules or laws in your community? Are there rules in your family? Maybe rules for your children? What do you think? Pause this video now while you think and talk about these questions. So in Britain, all over the country, there are values that are very important. Britain is a very diverse country. This means that lots of people live in Britain from different countries, who speak different languages, who have different cultures and religions, who look different, and who live their lives in very different ways and have very different personal values. Because of this, we have 4 different British values that help everyone to feel safe, respected, comfortable, and important in our country. Do you know the British values? You might know them if you have done the Life in the UK test or if you have British citizenship. Pause this video now while you think and talk about this. So there are 4 British values: democracy, rule of law, mutual respect and tolerance, and individual liberty. The first British value is democracy. This means that in the UK, everyone's opinion matters. What you think is important. It means that the people who live in the UK can choose what happens in the UK. Because of this, in our community, we can vote for who we want to be our Prime Minister or for who we want our politicians to be. In 2016, there was a referendum where people in the UK voted for Brexit, to leave the EU, It was their choice. How could we make sure that we have democracy in our classroom? Pause this video now while you think and talk about this. In your classroom, there is democracy because your teacher cares what you think. What you think is important. If you are not happy with your class, please tell us and we will help. At the start of this course, we will also work together and you will write goals that will make sure this class helps you to get your dream job or meet your personal goal. The second British value is rule of law. In the UK, there are laws that make people feel safe and happy in their community. For example, it is illegal, against the law, to hurt each other or to steal. There are laws to protect women, to protect people from different countries, to protect people with disabilities, so that everyone is equal. You can also marry anyone that you want to in the UK. We have a very good police force in this country who make sure people follow these laws and stop people from breaking the laws. How could we make sure that we have the rule of law in our classroom? Pause this video now while you think and talk about this. In the classroom, it is important to remember these laws so that everyone feels safe, happy and equal during the course. We also have ground rules that we made together at the start of the course to make sure that we are all respectful and that we can learn a lot together. So remember these and try not to break them. The third British value is mutual respect and tolerance. In the UK, there are lots of people from lots of different countries, cultures and backgrounds. Think about Oldham and where you live. There are people from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Africa, Europe, South America, and so many other countries. We all look different, we have different beliefs and different values. Because of this, to live happily and feel safe and important, we need to understand that we are all different. We all have different beliefs and values, and that is okay. It is important to respect other people's values, beliefs and ideas. We don't need to agree with each other, but we should listen to each other. We should not force our opinions or beliefs onto other people. How could we make sure that we have mutual respect and tolerance in our classroom? Pause this video now while you think and talk about this. Look around your classroom now and you will see that everyone is different. During your course, remember that we are all different. We have different beliefs, values and ideas, and that is a good thing. You do not need to agree with each other, but respect each other and be kind to each other. The fourth and last British value is individual liberty. This means that in the UK, everyone has freedom and can live their life however they want to. You can live anywhere you want to, you can have any job, you can have as many children as you like, and you can marry anyone you want to. But of course, we have to remember the rule of law. How could we make sure that we have individual liberty in our classroom? Pause this video now while you think and talk about this. Like we said earlier, in our classroom we should remember that everyone is different and that's okay. Maybe your classmates are wearing their traditional clothes and you have never seen those before. Maybe they talk about their countries a lot, or their religion or their families. Maybe they sound different to you. If we respect and tolerate each other, then we will all have freedom and individual liberty when we are learning together. We will feel comfortable, relaxed and happy in our classroom, and we will learn a lot together. We will also think about your goals together and work towards reaching them, because we all have the freedom to do anything that we want to in our lives. And we want to help you. Here is a great way to help you remember the British values. So hold out your left hand and look at your fingers. Each finger is a different British value. Your thumb is democracy, because we can vote yes or no. Your index finger is the rule of law, because the law is something we have to do. If you have children, think about when you are telling them what to do. You might say, you must do this, you must not do that. Your middle finger is tolerance, because it's our tallest finger. You could say that it is pointing to God in the sky and reminds us that people have different beliefs to us, and that's okay. Our ring finger is mutual respect. When some people get married, they have a ring on this finger, and mutual respect is very important when you are married. Your little finger is individual liberty, because you could say this finger is little me, and it reminds us that there are lots of people in this country, but that we are important and have freedom. What do you think about this way of remembering the British values? Do you think it will be helpful? Can you think of any other ways to remember the British values?